welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Today we're doing a review of episode 11 of Sakurako-san no Ashimoto ni wa Shitai ga Umatteiru. So, wow. Guys, this episode was so intense. Oh my gosh. It felt like a last episode because it was so intense. So many feels. Okay, let's get started. So last episode we ended with Minami staying over at Sakurako's house, and this episode we start with her waking up from a nightmare, and the episode is pretty much just them going to discover where Hitori went and that whole issue. So yeah, Minami decides to tell Sakurako where Hitori might be, and it turns out that they have it's not like a summer house, but they found this house and that's where she thinks Hitori will be, and guess what? That's where she is. They end up finding her because a swarm of those butterfly things had infested the room, and they all kind of freaked out because they're like, oh my gosh, is she dead? No, she's not dead, but her dog is, which was really sad, and I was really confused. Why is the dog dead? Did she not feed it? Did she drug it? I don't know, but it was really sad. And I'm like, aw. No one else is upset that the dog... Oh, well, I mean, I guess it's better that the dog died than she died, which was their main concern. Either way, I was still sad that the dog died. Also, speaking of dogs, Hector, MVP. Hector is the best dog ever. So cute and also very perfect for Sakurako. Of course he can find dead bodies. Oh man. So we discover that Futaba had died and, well... At first I thought that she had died because of the butterfly dude, but apparently she committed suicide, and Minami and Hitori kind of covered up for her, I guess. Well, Hitori was supposed to die as well, but she was supposed to commit suicide as well, but she didn't, and she kind of freaked out, and Minami had to bury the body, and that's why Futaba went missing, but she wasn't connected to the butterfly man at all. Sakurako she has no limits and just goes straight to the point. She literally shoves a bone in Minami's and Hitori's face, and she's like, which one of you guys killed her? Because she obviously didn't die by herself. And guess what? It turns out that Hitori had actually strangled her to death. So that was kind of a thing. I really love this show because it doesn't really have boundaries in that sense. It can tackle these more hard-hitting subjects but still make it super interesting and not uncomfortable to watch in a way, if that makes sense. But this whole episode, well, a lot of it was centered around the whole suicide issue, but also friends murdering each other. They do it in a way that you're just so interested in the story, and that probably makes no sense whatsoever to you guys, but it makes sense in my mind. This whole mystery though, the second part, I told you guys that parts were good because this episode just totally killed it. Every little piece that got added to the mystery, you're trying to figure it out as it goes along, and you're like, oh, what's the answer? What's gonna happen? And just when you think you know the answer, oh, she died. She committed suicide. Nope. Hitori, she actually strangled her. And then, oh, Sakurako finally connected the bones, and it turns out that Butterfly Man is Hanabusa, which is the sensei to Hitori and Minami, but not their school sensei, but butterfly painter sensei guy. And turns out he's I don't think he's a serial killer, well, kind of, but he just ends up with victims through manipulation, or I don't know if he actually kills people. Thank you, phone. But he's called the Sphenoider. Is that what it's called? Something like that. But he takes the butterfly bones in the skull of each of the victims. And turns out he's one who's been, well, he's a butterfly man who's been a part of all these different mysteries throughout the series. So we've kind of figured that whole issue out, but not at all at the same time. Also, let's just have a moment of appreciation for Sakurako and how she literally has no limits whatsoever. She's waving around bones. She tells these girls straight up oh, your friend died. This is your friend's body. She literally touches Shotaru's face with her glove that she's been touching the bones with. Oh my gosh. At the end, spoiler alert, at the end when Minami went to go stab her and then Shotaru blocked her, and I didn't think that was gonna happen, and then it did, and I'm like, no! Oh my gosh, and then Sakurako's reaction, my heart broke into like a billion pieces. Oh my gosh. And even at the end, when she says specifically, I never want to see your bones, and Shotaro even says, oh, that's why, like, is this why, like, you've never said my name? And Sakurako straight up admits, yeah, that's why, because I guess Shotaro is so similar to Sotaru, her brother, who also died, which we kind of see a flash of. I think he might have drowned, but that whole issue and farewell was really sad, and I'm really interested to see what happens next episode, because obviously I don't think they could conclude the whole series in just that one episode, I feel, but maybe they can. But we also see more into Minami and Hanabusa's relationship, where he literally carved the butterfly wings onto her back. It made my skin crawl a lot. Oh, and she also defends him a lot, and she calls him an angel, and Sakurako, this is what caused her to stab Sakurako, attempt to, but Sakurako's like, no, he could never love you, and blah blah blah. Sakurako, again, no limits, just goes for it, and that didn't really go well with Minami. Overall, this episode, great, loved it. After, I was like, ugh, I don't know what to do with myself, all the feels, like, what just happened? I had to like sit for a moment and process everything, because so much happened in this episode. It was so good. Every moment I was just hooked onto it. So the mystery and the different pieces that make up the mystery in this episode was just super amazing, and I just really enjoy the way that this episode was presented to us, the viewers, and also the way they handled the subjects in this episode. It just was very well written, and I just really enjoyed it. So this episode, can't wait for next episode. And that's my review. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, you can always feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I make a bunch of videos a week, and bye!